In this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to insert little buildings into your landscape. I'm going to start off by putting a light grey on all the roof areas. And I'll be doing the same with those two. That's all the grey put in. Now on the main brickwork section of the house, I'm going to use Ivory all the way along. Right. Now on this roof, I'm going to make this a red roof. Now I'm using 190 in the Faber range, and the reason I put the grey on first is to subdue this colour, otherwise it would be too strong, too rich. I don't need to do any more, I think that looks good. And this one too. Now the only difference between this one and these is this has got an area over here which is a little stronger because it's in the shadow. So we just make that just a little richer by a little more pressure. Great. Now these roofs here, I'm going to use the blue. Again, for the same reason I stated that I put the grey underneath the red. By having the grey underneath the blue, once again, it makes it look that little bit richer. Now, I've got a dormer window there. Yeah, I've got one on the other one as well. I decided to put that in because it's nice for you to have just a bit of variation, but I think we'll have to put them in afterwards. It'll be too tricky to go around it. We'll do the same with this one. If you're using my line drawing, you'll find that those dormers are there, so if you want to, you can cut round them. But I'm not going to worry about that. Oh, that looks good. Okay. Now just there, I want a slight difference between this roof and this roof. And the same with this one. So what you do is put a little bit more blue on there, and with your white pencil, which I'm going to use in the tick. Anyway, we come down there. You can use a light grey for this as well, but I think that looks okay. And you can, what you do is you just leave that little trace of depth. No, you don't have to do that. It's me being fussy. But that looks good. Okay. Now I said that I was going to use the white pencil. Well, I am. What I'm going to do is going to put that dormer in again. A little bit of white there, and a little bit of white there. That. And while we're there, we might as well do it. I'm also going to use, now this is a 181, and very lightly put in the roof and the little window. These are so small you can't get very much detail in, but that looks quite good. And if you're being fussy, just put a little bit more blue on this side because the shadow would be creating just a little bit more depth on this side of that dormer. There we are. Okay. Now, next, we've got to now do something about the brickwork. So what I'm going to use is a 182. 182 and the ivory go really well together. Now, you notice that I'm not being too fussy about this. The only bit that is necessary is just under the eaves, where you need a bit of shadow, like that. And a little bit under there as well. Now, the reason I'm not being fussy, or you might as well do the chimney as well, on this particular one, is because you can come back in with the ivory pencil. Now, the ivory pencil is a really good blender. So you can come in with that and you can just smooth it off a little bit. I like the idea of having just a little texture. You could do what I've done. There you go. Lovely. Put a little bit on this side. Maybe a little white would be a good idea here, just to add. And you notice I put a little chimney pot on that, folks. Well, let's put another one over here and show you how I did that. A little bit of white. And a little bit of the red. Same red I've used for the roof. There you go. Looks good, doesn't it? And here I'm going to use the white pencil for the chimney pot stack. Sorry. Like that. In fact, that works so well. I think I'll do it over here as well. Put it on top of the blue. It doesn't matter. You just have a slight variation. I haven't got a chimney pot on that one, have I? I wonder if I can get it in. Let's see what I can do. Yeah. Yep. There she goes. Yeah, that looks great, doesn't it? We're nearly there now. All we've got to do is put the windows in. And what I would use here is the grey pencil. Another one there. Another one there. You know what I haven't done here? Actually, I've got the window a little bit too far over there. Let me show you how you can correct that. Put your ivory pencil in there again. You know what I didn't do? I didn't do the ochre in here, did I? So let's do it. I should have done it before I put the windows in, but it doesn't really matter. Something as small as this. And there's a little bit of depth under the eaves. All these small little details make such a difference to a finished picture. There you go. That's great. And then we can use the ivory pencil here to just make sure it's a little bit lighter, so it stands away against the area behind it. Right. Let's have another go at those windows now. That's a better positioning anyway. There we go, and a couple more here. Now, you need a little bit of depth on that, and what I would use here is the 181 to just give you a little bit of more detail, like that. And I'm just wondering about the that area here. What I'm going to do is use the 169. I've got a 169 here, which is a little stronger. It'll give us a little bit more definition there. Great. We'll do that one as well. And then the window, finally the window on this one. Now, I would say that you could leave that, because I think that looks pretty good. It fits in nicely with what we have there. But if you really were fussy, I'm just making that just a little stronger there. If you were really fussy and wanted to make a little more of it, you can actually use the 169 and go over the top of that blue. It just makes it a little more interesting. Now, you could leave it at that, or if you've got one of these, the colour shaper, you can just put a colour shaper on it and just make it look a little smoother. And there we are, that's it. Now, I've got other demonstrations on this picture, including the sky, the church, and the trees, and also I'll be putting the boat in, and I'll also put in the water with this forward bank. So there's more demonstrations to come. If you like the picture, you can look at more demonstrations showing how I completed the whole lot. So I look forward to seeing you then. Bye for now.